Waking up today and just remember that I'm the guy that just defeated the linear heavyweight boxing of the world and that I'm the dead man. Even though I get robbed by those judges. Yes, I really believe that I won that fight. I should have done better, but still, I won that fight. So keep it up. I keep my eyes on him and hopefully we get a rematch. This time things gonna be definitely different.
Even with Ngannou, we was talking about getting together. I even offer, you always see the MMA guys crossing over, but you never see the the fighters, the boxers crossing over. So I said, I wanted to make it more interesting for the fans and just the whole comeback family as in a whole. I said, well, how about you come to my backyard and after we handle business, I can come to yours and cross over. And I really meant it. So
Former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou has issued a direct challenge to former WBC heavyweight boxing champion Deontay Wilder, and the message couldn't be clearer. In a bold Instagram post that's already racking up hundreds of thousands of interactions, Ngannou called out the Bronze Bomber with these 7 words: "It's time to finally settle the debate." But this isn't just social media posturing. In a revealing interview on the Ariel Helwani show, Ngannou confirmed that negotiations for this heavyweight clash are already in motion, reigniting hopes for what could be the most explosive crossover fight in recent memory. Let's break down exactly what happened. Francis Ngannou, the man they call the Predator, took to Instagram with a training video that sent shockwaves through the combat sports community.
He's not even in shape. He's not even in shape. He's fat, Mike. He's fat. He's a fat sausage. Look at him. Look how fat he is.
Yes,
a big
I'm
fat sausage.
Yes, I'm fat, but I can.
You're a fat sausage.
You used to knock people out when you were fat, so it's okay.
He got you with that one. He got you with that one.
That's true. That's true. I'll give him that. That is true.
The clip shows Ngannou drilling his signature overhand right with devastating power and precision, the same punch that floored Tyson Fury in their October 2023 encounter. But it's the caption that has everyone talking. Tagged directly at Deontay Wilder's account, Ngannou wrote, "It's time to finally settle the debate, Bronze Bomber." The debate he's referring to? Simple. Who throws the hardest punch in combat sports today?
Francis Ngannou is expecting negotiations for a fight against Deontay Wilder to begin soon. This is the fight I think makes the most sense. It has been talked about for quite some time now. When you talk about Deontay Wilder, we're looking at a man who is regarded as potentially the most powerful puncher in heavyweight history. You could debate that, but it's certainly up there. Francis Ngannou has broken the record before as the most powerful punch ever recorded. Two of the most powerful men. This was always going to be a fight that you could easily promote. And if you are Francis Ngannou, you obviously are coming off the Anthony Joshua loss from last year, almost a year and a half ago at this point in time. And if you're Deontay Wilder, you're coming off your win you just had a couple of weeks ago now. But both guys are rebuilding their careers to a certain extent. Get them in the ring. You could easily promote this fight as being one of the most powerful punchers going after it. It's easy to promote. Two big names, heavyweight division, make the fight happen. And the winner of that fight gets themselves right back into the heavyweight mix.
This question has divided fans for years. In one corner, you have Francis Ngannou, the man who literally broke UFC records on the Power Cube during testing at their Performance Institute. His 11 knockouts and 13 MMA victories speak for themselves. In the other corner stands Deontay Wilder, whose devastating right hand has produced 43 knockouts in 44 professional boxing wins. For over a decade, the Bronze Bomber was considered the most feared puncher in heavyweight boxing.
60th professional MMA fight.
Very interesting.
Here comes the young to try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Here comes the wings. Here comes the
boom.
Y'all don't really want it like that.
And then boom.
But here's what makes this more than just social media drama. The reaction has been unanimous. Fans across Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit responded with an endless stream of fire emojis, essentially saying the same thing. This is the fight to make. While the Instagram post grabbed headlines, it's what Francis Ngannou revealed on the Ariel Helwani show that truly has the combat sports world buzzing with anticipation. When asked about a potential return to PFL MMA in 2025, Francis Ngannou was surprisingly candid about his immediate priorities. "There's nothing yet. I don't think they have an opening for me, so we will wait." Ngannou explained regarding his MMA future. "We still have time. Meanwhile, we're trying on the Deontay Wilder fight.
Since there's nothing yet, I don't think they have opening for me. So we will wait. We still have time. And meanwhile, trying to still try on the Deontay Wilder fight.
But here's the money shot. When Helwani directly asked if Ngannou wants to pursue a fight with Wilder, his response was brief, but telling. Yes, I do. Then came the revelation that has promoters and networks undoubtedly scrambling. We haven't engaged personally, but it's gonna be soon, Ngannou teased. We are setting some things up, but I keep training. I'm training.
We haven't engaged personally, but it's gonna be soon.
Soon that you'll talk to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are still setting some things up, but I keep training. I'm training.
When pressed about whether this was his top choice across all combat sports, Ngannou admitted, I would say so, since the Jon Jones fight is off. It cannot be a part of my top choice.
Fight. I want more fight. You know, it's not like I want more fight, for sure.
When all that stuff was happening with Jon Jones in the UFC, all of a sudden when your name got brought up, it seemed like Jon really wanted to fight you again and not fight Tom Aspinall. Remember this? Back in June, Jon saying, I'm hearing Francis is still interested. Now we're talking that's a real super fight, a clash of champions, not just hype. He held the belt. I've defended mine. And then you responded, of course. Did anyone talk about this? Was this ever a thing that got off the ground or was it just that?
No, never get up. For sure, the UFC don't want anything to do, don't want any co.
Let's examine what both fighters bring to this potential super fight because the numbers tell a fascinating story. Francis Ngannou, 38 years old, stands 6 feet 4 inches with an 83-inch reach. His boxing record currently sits at 0-2, but those losses tell only part of the story. His debut against Tyson Fury saw him drop the former champion and push him to a controversial split decision that many observers felt Ngannou deserved to win. His second fight against Anthony Joshua ended in a brutal second-round knockout, but it came after a long layoff and personal tragedy.
Francis Ngannou and Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Who hit harder?
Deontay, by far. Yeah. Francis Ngannou is a big puncher, but I wasn't really troubled by any of his punches. Right. It wasn't like he was dynamite and every time he hit me I was wobbled or anything. No, just one shot up the back of the head and that was it. So Wilder is still the biggest puncher I've ever been in the ring with by a mile.
Deontay Wilder, 39, stands 6 feet 7 inches with an incredible 83-inch reach. His record of 44-4-1 with 43 knockouts speaks to devastating finishing ability. However, his recent form raises questions. Since 2021, Wilder has gone 1-4, suffering knockout losses to Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker, and Zhilei Zhang. The combat sports industry has taken notice, and the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive from fans and media alike. This potential matchup has been years in the making. Back in 2023, former Showtime Sports president Steven Espinoza told reporters that a Wilder and Ngannou fight had comic book qualities, comparing it to a Superman versus Batman matchup. He pointed to the emotional pull of two massive athletes with rare knockout power facing off. DAZN Boxing has already signaled interest in the matchup, while fans across social media platforms have made their feelings clear with that universal language of fire emojis and excited commentary.
Yes, guys, it's Red Corner Boxing here. So there's rumours circulating tonight that Francis Ngannou and Deontay Wilder are soon to enter negotiations for a fight up at heavyweight. What's your thoughts on this? Do you want to see it? Let us know here on Red Corner Boxing.
However, significant obstacles remain. Wilder's advisor, Shelley Finkel, has been quoted as saying, Deontay will not be facing Francis Ngannou in 2025. That fight is not happening this year. Deontay doesn't have a deal with anyone. Yet Ngannou's recent comments suggest otherwise. His team appears confident that discussions are progressing, creating an interesting contradiction in public statements. What's clear is that both fighters need this fight. Ngannou seeks his first professional boxing victory and a massive payday. Wilder needs a marquee opponent to rebuild his brand after recent setbacks. It's a perfect storm of mutual benefit. For Francis Ngannou, this represents validation of his boxing transition. Despite his 0-2 record, his performance against Fury proved he belongs in the elite boxing company. A victory over Wilder, even a diminished version, would establish him as a legitimate boxing threat and open doors to even bigger fights. For Deontay Wilder, this is about relevance. His legendary trilogy with Tyson Fury established him as one of boxing's biggest draws, but recent losses have damaged his reputation. Ngannou represents a winnable fight against a massive name, exactly what Wilder needs to restart his championship aspirations. But let's be honest about the main attraction. Everyone wants to see two of the hardest punchers in combat sports settle the debate once and for all. In an era where boxing often lacks knockout artists, this fight promises violence and drama that modern fans crave. As we wrap up tonight's coverage, one thing is crystal clear. Francis Ngannou versus Deontay Wilder has moved from wishful thinking to a serious possibility. Whether this materializes in 2025 or 2026, when these two heavy hitters finally meet, it promises to answer the question that has haunted combat sports for years: who really hits the hardest? We'll continue following this developing story closely. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on what could be the most explosive fight of the decade. For now, Francis Ngannou continues training. Deontay Wilder remains on the hunt for his next opponent, and fight fans around the world wait with bated breath for the official announcement. Until next time, this has been your Combat Sports Update. Stay tuned, stay ready, and get ready for what promises to be an unforgettable battle when these two titans finally collide.